with the server or with one of the players. That's very unlucky. I guess I'm going to be reconnecting to the server very shortly. I'll probably do it now as we are having some issues with not being able to spectate some of the players. But I'm not too sure if that was live or if that was not live, guys. So yeah, I'm not really too sure what happened then. Neo did time out. The interesting thing is, the thing I don't understand is Neo was moving around, so I don't think he could have been DDoS because he was moving.
Yeah, I don't know. He was standing in the corner, like he was looking at the corner at stairs. Like I was about to say, now it's key for Neo to stay there and wait for Oscar to get the bomb plant, as he was waiting patiently. Probably would have actually rotated then, I guess. But
yeah, no, he moved after apparently the DDoS call was coming in, and a DDoS and then reconnects the server instantly. That's not a DDoS. I'm pretty confident, unless he has some crazy VPN going. I really don't know how that works. Regardless, we are going to see that be the official pistol round. That was very unlucky there for Virtus.pro. Obviously having an unfair advantage on HellRaisers of a bit of I don't really know what to take out of that round. Just unlucky Virtus.pro having the issues with internet or whatever. So we are going to be waiting for that to get sorted out. I'm going actually straight back into the second round, guys. So double scout we are going to see on Virtus.pro here. Pasha and Neo picking them up with armors. Of course, they're going to get dropped from TaZ and byali, so they will be able to support there. We have got one towards B, which is where HellRaisers are going to be stacking at the moment. This will be very interesting. Pasha has to go massive here. They are going to be slowly pushing up into B apps, and this is where he needs to jump for. He does tag one. Nice shot onto STYKO, and Angel will finish up with another bit of armor damage as well, but STYKO is going to get that frag, and they are going to push straight into the B site here. There's still a couple of players, one on short, and Oskar will finish that frag off, and three of the players are low here, and Snax and Neo are going to come in pretty large with frags of their own, and now only TaZ is left alone as his teammate goes down, and these last two players on HellRaisers, 25 HP each is definitely doable with the C775. That's a couple of bullets landed straight to the chest, and that's a round for him. So what we need to do is land a few shots, but there is still one player on the side. That's going to be Angel. TaZ is pushing it slowly. Lands one. He does take out Angel there, but there's still one more in apps. And there we go, TaZ. Lovely shot there onto Schneider. And HellRaisers are going to go down on that second round. So Virtus.pro, they don't even need the pistol round there. They're just going to secure the second one straight on the board.
It was just expert jump scouting from Pasha. He actually got, I believe he tagged 3 people. I
think 4.
Yeah, it could be, because there were 4 players in the apartment who were very low after Pasha died. So that was insane. Pasha actually, the first thing he did, he collect tagged two players. So that was very exciting to see.
Yeah, it's a very, very key run from Pasha, obviously doing so much damage there. And now we're going to see HellRaisers go for the full spy here. So they've got an AWP on Oskar. Don't ask me how they afforded that. So they do take out Neo there in mid window. And there's still one more player on short. And that's going to be byali. Actually backing off. He has only got his MP7, so he's not going to want to peek out too much here. As he's going to hopefully secure this M4 from his teammate. Will do so, his dead teammate. And Pasha left only on mag 7, but the window smoke will go out, so he will be able to secure at least a nice middle ground as he moves out of the mid window and goes back towards B instead. HellRaisers are going to be taking the bomb back to T spawn, so heading towards what looks like an A push at the moment. A couple of the players are tagged, but they still have got this AWP on Oskar, which is such a prominent weapon on the T side of Mirage. You know, it's such a good weapon for getting opening kills, and obviously as we saw Oskar do that over in mid. But time is ticking low, 50 seconds left on the clock, and HellRaisers need to hurry up and push towards the site. Snax is very close in ramp as well, so they need to deal with that first obstacle as Schneider pushes up very, very close to it. Snax picking up that first frag. They spotted his position there. He's been supported by TaZ there as he picks up a double kill. This is perfect. He can back off and they will not expect this position from the second player, and they are actually going to push straight onto the site here. So TaZ is going to be still alive as he does pick up one frag, and that's going to be a consolation frag really from Angel taking out Snax as only one player remains alive. That's going to just be Oskar here with this AWP. He will also go down, and that will be the round for Virtus.pro. So 2-1 here, and that's a very, very strong third round on the board as well.
And I almost thought that Snax lost everything he had, so I also thought he lost the Max 7. As you can see, the moment he dropped the weapon, the round ended, so the Max 7 is still in hands of Pasha. So that was a bit, that was very strange to see, but yeah.
But HellRaisers are going to be going for the eco. Angel buying up a UMP with no armor, so I can imagine a bit of miscommunication there. I'm not too sure why he'd do that in any kind of logical situation, especially with no armor. And meanwhile, byali getting a frag into mid. Neo's also going to follow up with one of his own. This is going to be a bit of a shutdown here from HellRaisers, from Virtus.pro onto HellRaisers here. Only Schneider's left alone. He's just going to jump straight onto the B side, running straight past 2 players. No bomb as well, and nothing. He's just got his knife out waiting for these frags, and he's just running around the site, playing Ringa Rosie. He wants to get this frag onto Pasha. Pasha doesn't realise he's coming from behind, but Oh no, so close. If he got that frag, that would have been hilarious. And Virtus.pro are going to secure it without even losing a player there against HellRaisers Eco.
Schneider went full foon, just hopping around the side.
Yeah.
Then almost knifing pasha. That was interesting. We see STYKO with the AK. We see 3 AKs, like a Lil and a AWP on the T side. We still see the Max-7 in pasha's hand, so I'm wondering what he will do with this. Very interesting, actually.
Yeah, it's going to be playing towards B, so a good position at least for the Max-7. He can take advantage of its close range as they pop out of the apps, of course, onto the site. And he's just going to be playing for spotting here. We are going to see a nice dink there from Angel to pasha. So much damage. He's actually going to back up and go, wait, no, I dinked him. I need to push towards the site. I've got that damage onto him, and pasha's just going to back off safely towards the site here. 11 HP left on him, and Angel is going to be able to follow up with a frag of his own. But meanwhile, HellRaisers are already down, man. That's going to be Schneider obviously going down very early, and we can see kUcheR pushing close up towards TaZ here over on A.
Yeah, and we saw the first tag coming in from NEO. By oskar, of course, in the middle. The all battle wasn't really satisfying as it didn't get fragged, but Snax now takes Angel down from the back. NEO takes down oskar, and now it's STYKO alone. In the middle, he gets taken down by byali. And that is the round clear and cut for VP. Yeah, pasha will just stay with this Max-7 till the end.
But of course, HellRaisers are going to be on eco now, so this is kind of the moment you want to use shotguns. Of course, you're getting that $900 kill bonus for each frag with the Max-7. So of course, there is a very good reason to use the shotguns and the SMGs on this round. But yeah, I think maybe an MP7 or an MP9 would be fun to see from Virtus.pro in this. At this point, you know, they have got a really good economy at the moment. You can see pasha with almost $9,000. This is going to be very interesting though, as HellRaisers set up towards the B site here, where pasha is in way with his Max. I mean, he's going to jump, he will get tagged there, and he's going to follow it up with a lovely nade that will pretty much do no damage there onto HellRaisers. He's still jump spotting, trying to get that information. byali, meanwhile, gets a lovely wallbang kill onto kUcheR, and I say lovely too much. I've realised it's been picked up. And
I think it's lovely that you're saying that.
Yeah, I think it's lovely too. And that's just going to be HellRaisers going for the complete shutdown, and Virtus.pro securing a round without a single loss there.
And yeah, this is the first flower coming into the CT side. Honestly, the disrespect is real by pasha, actually. He's only 11k, he could have bought an M4, I guess, like 4 rounds ago already, 2 rounds ago. And he's just like, no, I'll just stay with the Max-7, it's working out, I'm not dying, so why not just keep it? And we see 4 AKs and an AWP across the board for HellRaisers right here. Oscar's lining up a smoke. There's the up there. The push comes in from Snax, gets taken down by oskar, and oskar should be maybe peek out towards TaZ, but he smokes it off, and now it's Schneider close towards the gap of the smoke, and he comes in, he gets taken down by TaZ. Smart play by him from there, and now we see oskar still watching this side. Does TaZ push through? No, he doesn't. So we'll see this little battle still going on. oskar getting constantly flashed, getting naded out, Molotovs coming in, as you can see. And that nade he threw to TaZ only did 1 damage, so very little they have done so far, and they might want to recover the bomb, but the smoke coming in from oskar wasn't that good. pasha gets the kill with the Max-7, NEO gets it with the AWP. oskar gets a nice frag on NEO right there, now he's alone. In a 1v3, he takes down pasha. Could he actually do this? He doesn't know that TaZ is still close, so TaZ should actually get the kill as soon as oskar goes out here. And he does. TaZ gets the kill. There we go.
A very doable round for oskar though. He picked up that first couple of frags, and that was really good from him. But of course, TaZ, dominant position, very hard to stop a player like that when you have an AWP in your hands. And of course, his teammate byali, I think it was, who could have peeked out from jungle at any point as well. So very difficult play from oskar, but regardless, Virtus.pro are going to secure that 6th round on the board. HellRaisers only having 1. That's going to be the pistol round. So Virtus.pro, no respect coming into this after HellRaisers wouldn't restart the pistol. But again, I'm not too sure why they would restart the pistol. We didn't actually see DDoS coming out from Virtus.pro. We just saw NEO disconnect from the server or timeout, but he was moving before he timed out, so I don't really know. But regardless, I don't think that's relevant, as we are seeing, of course, Virtus.pro come back from the 1-0 deficit to kind of dominate HellRaisers at this point. We are going to finally see a bit coming out from Angel here as he picks up a double kill over on the A site, but it seems like it's all going to be in vain as all 3 players coming from jungle should be able to spot him out here. He is 24 HP as well, so I can imagine he won't be gathering too much from this round as pasha peeks out and finds that frag, and Virtus.pro 7-1 on the board at the moment. This is very, very good from the CT side.
Nothing else to add, pretty much. I don't think they're gonna go for a buy right now, as they don't have an AWP, they won't have AKs across the board, so looks like another save from HellRaisers right here. Should be 8-1 for VP, I guess. And They're again going to go for a little bit of mid-aggression, maybe expecting a bit of a push, but it's going toward that apartment actually. See oskar leading the plow, maybe from HellRaisers. I don't think it's going to happen, is it?
He's just going to run straight into the Molotov, and he will be shot out there by byali, so perfect shot from him coming out of short here, and STYKO. We've got a deagle here. We'll manage to find a frag on pasha. Trying to follow up with a double kill, but byali's right there to get that shutdown frag instead. And now Schneider coming in does get a nice wall bang onto byali, and there's still 2 players left on HellRaisers' side. And look at this position from Angel. He just let NEO run all the way past him, and the bomb is still outside of B-apps there and T-spawn. So Angel can take this towards the A site, but Schneider has a really good position to shut down anyone that pushes towards him. And Snax coming in from jungle. He should spot him out there. He just does catch his head, doesn't land the bullet. Deagle out in his hands, finding that lovely one dig. And Angel also getting one of his own. And now this round has completely changed position. HellRaisers now in a 2 versus 1. Coming from a serious deficit there, and now only NEO remains in this 1 versus 2 here. So no armor on Schneider. Angel does have armor on the contrary, so NEO should definitely be able to do this, at least if he takes out one frag and isolates it into a 1 versus 1. But you can see the bomb on Angel is going to be going all the way back down to T-spawn. So I don't think NEO expects this at this point. He hasn't left watching apartments here, so finally he's going to rotate back towards A. He's got to realise this at this point, and the player is coming from behind Schneider, that is, of course, and the bomb is very close on Tetris, but I don't think NEO's even spotted it out yet, so he's going to go back towards the B site with 15 seconds left on the clock. Oh no, NEO, you got the bad read, and the bomb will be going down, just getting planted with 10 seconds spare, and Schneider will pick up NEO over in mid. So HellRaisers coming back from, what was it, a 2 versus 4 to a win, sorry, and very strong play.
No clue what happened. Honestly, I said 8-1 is going to go in right here. It's going to be a costless kill, I guess.
Oh yeah,
it is something we have seen more. Like I said, the 8-1 is pretty much definite now. But when the 3 deagles were left on the 5v3, and then one of them got a kill, he got taken down by byali. You're pretty much thinking right now, okay, that's over and that's a round. Frags are going to come in, but it didn't happen.
Ooh, NEO just gets destroyed there in mid. There's a couple of players push up aggressively. byali does get 1 frag though. That's taken out Schneider over in mid, but there's still 2 more players to find, and he hasn't spotted them out yet. oskar, good position over the smoke, should be able to catch him off guard, and he will do so. oskar, such a prime AWPer, will manage to find that frag, and he's really good with that AWP, and we are of course seeing one on kUcheR as well, so a double AWP for HellRaisers as they finally push towards the B site. Very slow though, they are taking their time, and pasha needs to hurry up and realise this and go for the rotate, but the flashes and the mid control from HellRaisers still on oskar is very strong, and pasha's going to peek out and find that frag, so oskar going down there, but they've got that information at least that HellRaisers are going towards the B site. There's nothing over towards A. They should be able to rotate TaZ in shortly, but no, they aren't going to rotate TaZ, just a little bit late finally as HellRaisers take control of the site, and TaZ is finally going to be going for the rotate. pasha has to go huge though. Bomb is going to be parted. Nope, he's not going to let it happen. He finds that frag onto Angel. Now only 2 remain. It's a 2 versus 2, and he's just going to rush straight through the smoke with a CZ75 in hand. He doesn't realise one player behind him. kUcheR will find that frag, and STYKO also picking up one of his own. It's going to mean HellRaisers secure 3 on the board, so that's the last 2 there for HellRaisers. And Virtus.pro still on 7, but they are going to have to oh no, sorry, they can drop a couple of players, so they shouldn't have to eco this round. But if they lose this, of course, they are going to be going into the eco, so very important round for Virtus.pro here, securing 1 AWP, 4 M4s as well, and not a whole lot of economy left.
Yeah, it's been a bit of a weird situation right now. We see kUcheR on the op, which we don't see very often. He switches out with oskar. I think he only went with the op because he did have a very good spawn for it onto middle. Gets the pick, goes back, gives it to oskar. And now we see a bit of a more calm play from HellRaisers right here. We see a bit of a setup. byali's going to smoke off apartments. And I'm just waiting, like, what's going to happen right here is very unknown. I guess, yeah. Like, there's nothing else to say. You see that they split towards B and towards A, so I guess if they get a few frags, then they'll go A, but right now it's byali battling alone on the B side, getting taken down to 14 health, and they could go for the rotate, but it looks like they won't do this, and oskar's actually holding an angle with the AWP.
Oh, byali going so aggressive, really questionable play there. Will go down there to oskar, and 2 players over on the A side. The bomb is finally going to be rotating back towards to join them. And oh, look at this position by pasha and TaZ. They should be able to catch these players just leaving apartments. They didn't actually do so. They should be able to hear them, definitely. And I think TaZ has heard them run towards T-spawn at this point, and they're finally going to be going for the A push. So unlucky for HellRaisers, they took out all the B players. They could have committed to that, but obviously not having the information, instead they're going to go towards A, and this is where the meat grinder that is Virtus.pro is. Snax takes out kUcheR, and now only 2 players remain. Bomb is also down for TaZ. Flash going through the smoke, or smoke going through the smoke, but nope, TaZ is not going to let him secure that gun. That bomb, sorry, as oskar is left alone with 1 versus 3, and pasha will secure the round for Virtus.pro. So HellRaisers having a clean entry onto the B site. for some reason, for some ungodly reason, decide to rotate and go back towards A, and that's where they just get completely destroyed. Absolutely no frags coming out from HellRaisers late round there, and Virtus.pro 8-3 on the board.
Yeah, they might have been able to just keep it simple, keep it going, but they went for the mind games, got mind games with VP, and they didn't really fall for it. They saw the first player, I think, moving towards A. Maybe they just fought it, I guess, and they got the kills, I guess, and it's just a bit unfortunate for the HellRaisers, I guess. It's just very unfortunate.
Yeah, byali, nice frag onto mid. He will take out Schneider there, and that's a 3 versus 5. But meanwhile, HellRaisers have already taken control of the B site, pushing in aggressively. And lovely shot from kUcheR is going to take out Pasha, and oskar is also going to capitalise on one of his own. But there's only 2 pistols here, and Neo taking out kUcheR means only Angel and oskar remain. Angel key frag onto TaZ there, and they could easily rotate actually towards the A site here. They have got this AWP on oskar, who's so strong with it, but surely they spot out both players. Angel must know that both players are there, and there we go. They know the last player is going to be on a B short here, so Neo is finally going to be going for the rotate, but is it too little too late as HellRaisers take control of the A site here, coming in from the CT spawn? And if oskar uses this AWP, lovely position, he's just going to jump straight onto the site. I don't think Neo expected that at all, and the flash will follow up, but he hasn't checked jungle here, and this is where Angel is going to be lurking, so just waiting for the aggression, and boom, headshot. Ba-bam, that's going to be Raham style casting there, and Angel will take out Neo. So ba-bam! Ba-bam indeed. So HellRaisers up to 4 rounds now on the T side. So they were looking pretty bad, 7-1 at one point, but looking realistically, 4 rounds is not too bad, at least on Mirage on T side. If they can turn it into 5, I'd definitely say they're still in for a chance. But versus Plow, you never know when the Plow is going to start. You never know when the Plow is going to end. I would not count them out of the T side at all, especially with this being their map pick. And Virtus.pro going for almost a full eco here, 5 PT50s, or 4 PT50s, sorry. And we are just going to see some aggression on all the positions, just natural pushing coming out from Virtus.pro. The thing about this is it gains so much information, but with these pistols, they can't capitalise on the information they know. We're getting frags because obviously they don't have these long range rifles that you would like to have. So if they did these pushes on buy rounds, it'd be a lot more fun to see. But obviously, detriment and risks a rifle, at least for your team, which is not good, and the bomb is going to be obviously down on the A site as Virtus.pro are looking to save here in Palace. But HellRaisers, I got a feeling they're just going to be exiting towards CT spawn, not Palace, so I don't think Virtus.pro are actually going to secure any rifles out of this round.
Like STYKO might actually make a move, but he only has the Tech 9, so again, they won't really actually save a rifle here.
Yeah, Snax actually getting that Tech 9, but the bomb is just going to almost blow him up, actually. He backs off back towards the A site here, and byali also almost getting a frag there onto Schneider, won't do so, and now HellRaisers is up to 5 rounds here. If they can secure 6, or better than that, 7, I would definitely say HellRaisers should be able to take the CT side.
Yep. Yeah, that's pretty much what I was thinking, but yeah. Again, we saw that move actually by STYKO, or I think kUcheR was earlier in Overpass, where they went on an anti-eco and they didn't buy the rifle. They chose to go for Tech 9 and let that player go for a little bit of an information play, a little bit of a close play. And maybe he did die, but this doesn't give up a rifle, and that's actually very smart. And I haven't seen it very often. And STYKO just kills kUcheR, gives Snax a bit of a helping hand there. That's a bit unfortunate, actually. STYKO wants to kill so bad that he just shoots whatever he sees, right?
Yeah, definitely, and needs that RWS, of course, and we are going to see Snax alone in this 1 versus 3 here. Only a Tech 9 on his hands, and his claim to fame is just going to be probably going for the save here. Max 7 in his hands now as well, but he's going to be sticking with that Tech 9. Maybe if he can get an exit, that could be good, but he's going to have to give away his position if he wants to break that vent. He's just going to drop down instead, but oskar is very close here, and oh, he's going to be going for the shot. Oh, there we go. oskar finding that frag with a deagle, and HellRaisers up to 6 rounds here, so going into the last round of the first half.
Yeah, very good comeback. Down 7-1, going to 8-6, potentially 8-7. Looking at the buy, it should be 8-7. So yeah, that's a very good play for HellRaisers on VP's map, starting out so strong. Even though they lost the pistol round, of course, with Neo being DDoSed or potentially being DDoSed, then going right back into it, getting 7 rounds in a row, and then losing 5 within 6 rounds. That must feel a bit, yeah, must feel a bit demotivated by that.
Yeah, but HellRaisers are really picking up momentum as they push on to the A side. TaZ does find one. Snax Hill still here in CT Spawn's going to try and get another frag, but not going to land it. And TaZ, how is he doing this? 5-7 in his hands. He's already picked up 2 kills. Molotov forcing him out of position. He's down to 2 HP. He's just going to use all these nades really at this point, and they're going to be pushing still into the site. He's going to pick up another dink, but oskar is not going to allow him to get that frag as NEO comes from the flank, picking up that kill onto oskar and leaving just kUcheR alone in this 1 versus 3. And Virtus.pro looking very solid in this last round of the first half. Should be securing it to 9-6, which is a very solid side for both teams as well. And NEO, just missing that shot. Could kUcheR still be in for a chance with this? It's going to be flashing over towards ramp, and the bomb down right for byali. This will be difficult. He's going to peek around the corner, and byali finding that instant headshot is going to secure Virtus.pro 9-6 here, and that will be the first half over.
I have something to say about this half. This is the second time in a row where I said it has to be a secure round, or at least they have the advantage, so they should probably win this round. But they don't win it. On the castle, because it's just too real in it.
Definitely. But that's the thing about CS. It's very random at times. Although a lot of it does depend on skill, the RNG of the game is also very important. With pistols, we saw TaZ. He shouldn't have been able to pick up those 2 frags with that 5-7. Of course, some of it was down to HellRaisers missing their shots. oskar getting very unlucky with that AWP, but still, regardless. HellRaisers 6-9, and we will be going into the second half now, guys. So again, I am Hugo here with Samel, and this is the CSGO Champion League. We're up into the semi-finals. This is the second map after seeing Virtus.pro take the first one, DE Overpass, which was HellRaisers map pick 16-14. This is of course the second map, and Virtus.pro have a nice lead going into this. If they can knock down the pistol round for the T side, they should be able to keep the map in containment, but if not, HellRaisers might have a chance to go for a crazy comeback, which is definitely possible, and we are going to see the A take coming out from Virtus.pro, but good positions from HellRaisers mean they have 3 players over towards A, and actually 1 more in connector. That's going to be Angel as well, so they've got a really nice position to rotate, and kUcheR pushing aggressively is going to finally back off back towards A as the smokes come out. They are going to be committing to this side take, no fakes on the way as they run straight into the site. NEO getting their first frag, and Snax up close in the smoke takes out Angel, but oskar and schneider are still alive on the site, picking up frags of their own, and now only Snax and NEO are alone in this 2 versus 2. They both get frags, and NEO actually picks up a double one, but now kUcheR is alone in this 1 versus 2. He's going to be peeking out here from triple box, still trying to find the angle to one of the players. He does finally land one onto NEO, but there's still Snax coming in hot, and he will find that shot. kUcheR 1 versus 2 on the pistol round, very important round, and he does take it. HellRaisers are still in this game.
He steps up when needed, and they win the pistol round, and now it looks okay. So normally this should be an easier round for the CTs. Of course, it's going to most likely be a force buy from the Ts, and very uncommonly we don't see it. And I think we see like very small buy here. We see okay, they do the buy a little bit later on. Maybe they're discussing a little bit of tactics. Maybe they're talking to each other about, guys, this went wrong. Try to avoid this. Maybe play a bit closer, stuff like that. It just looks like they were delaying the buy a little bit, and now they're going to go for a play towards middle, and they're rotating towards the apartment, and it might be a B train. The one player going towards underpass, and that is Snax walking off connector, now taking a look towards short, going into connector now. He might be finding a frag in window if was going to peek out, but of course he doesn't. He was smoked off. He's going to go to market. Angel gets the first 2 frags actually, and now we see a 3rd frag from Angel. Well done, Angel. He gets a 4th frag. Can he actually get the ace? I don't think so, because STYKO takes the last kill.
Lovely round there for HellRaisers, complete shutdown on Virtus.pro, and they are going to secure it very confidently there. So 8-9 now, and HellRaisers definitely in for a chance for a comeback. Virtus.pro are going to have to pick up 7 rounds in a row, or not in a row, sorry, 7 rounds on the board against HellRaisers 8 to secure. And I think at this point it might be going to a 3rd map, as HellRaisers are looking very dominant. At least on the T side, they were playing very strongly, and of course against Virtus.pro, a very inconsistent team. I wouldn't be too confident for Virtus going into this map. It seems like HellRaisers have the upper hand, which is unfortunate for Virtus, obviously this being their map pick, and they are going to be going for the full eco now. So just heading over towards the A side. Only a PT50 on NEO, and the rest of them are just going to be going for the straight eco, so they run straight onto A. No fear. Obviously this is the Polish team just running straight on, and they will well, you can just tell by the kill feed really. I don't need to talk about that. HellRaisers just shutting them down, losing 1 player, so oskar going down there to the Glock of NEO, and that'll be the round again to HellRaisers. So Virtus.pro going for the first full buy, and if they can secure this, they're looking very good. But if HellRaisers take it, and they're not only looking good on the economy, but also on the round lead, 10-9 would be very, very important for HellRaisers at this point.
Yeah, and nobody of HellRaisers actually upgraded their from us to an M4. Obviously needs still a rifle, so you wouldn't very necessarily have to upgrade. But it's a bit strange, and this might actually give VP a bit of an advantage, except for not having an AWP, which is on Oskar, who is playing from jungle area. He's being smoked off in window, so he's going to take peeks at towers towards A. Now he's moving towards B, and byali gets the first frag. That is very good. But STYKO gets a return frag on Snax. Now TaZ takes down STYKO, and that's a 4 against 3. And still schneider is very close. Yeah, schneider is still in the sandwich area, the cubby area, whatever you want to call it. And frags come in and just rains down, and it all falls apart to VP.
Oh, Oskar, did he just get a jumping AWP shot there onto byali?
I think he did, and
wow,
that
was disgusting.
That was insane.
Yeah, so HellRaisers is actually getting up to 10-9 now, and now Virtus.pro going to be on the eco after not getting the bomb down. That is so unlucky for Virtus.pro. But they got that first frag as well. byali taking out Angels, he pushes aggressively into ramp, secures them a lot of information at least, and not only that, but a frag and a player down on the A site. So Virtus.pro, had a nice lead, and that sadly did not capitalise on it, and they are going to be going for the eco here. pasha getting a bit of armour, as well as some Tech 9s and some nades as well, but the majority of them just sticking with the eco here. And HellRaisers, on the other hand, are looking very good with the buy.
Yeah, they have 2 M4s, an AK, still from kUcheR, and a open Oskar. And we're seeing a force buy, of course, from VP. It's a small force; they don't even have a lot of armor on their players.
But of course, what's to note is the bomb is over towards the A site on byali. They are going to be going for the plant commit over towards A, while the rotate comes in from HellRaisers. STYKO is still alone over on A, though. He should be able to spot out the players as they push out. He does actually catch a bomb on byali, so the rotate is going to come in to avoid Virtus.pro from getting this plant down. And STYKO trying to get a wall bang, but no, Oskar is disgusting with that 5-7. He will pick up a nice double kill there to end up the round, and now Virtus.pro are going to be going for the buy as HellRaisers secure 11 on the board.
Yeah, so you're down 7-1. Going to the second half. Who would think 11-9 was possible for HellRaisers? Of course, it's a CT side of map, and now VP will be going in with the AKs again. Full set of nades on everyone, I believe. We see a lot of Molotovs once again. 3 of them. Of course, VP is known to use the Molotovs more than other teams. And I hope to see something special from him, from them right here, actually. A little bit of a different strat, something they haven't shown yet, and it looks like they're spread out across the map. Snax gets a first frag, a headshot on Angel right there and connector.
That was disgusting.
It's been disgusting all day, man. These headshots which have been raining in have been sick so far. Schneider hiding a window, so we could hear the steps from players, but pasha is above him. Of course, he won't check right underneath him immediately. But if Schneider moves out a little bit too far, pasha could actually get this frag if he's still watching this.
Oh, but Schneider, look at this. He's so close to Neo. We'll catch him out, and that's a bomb down over in mid. So now HellRaisers have such an advantage. But pasha getting that refrag onto Schneider there, so they have secured it back into a 4 versus 3. But the AWP is still coming in from Oskar, and we've seen how well he's been playing so far. The smoke's out coming out on the A site, and the bomb will finally be planted. So a perfect connector plant, and for short as well. As long as Oskar doesn't pick up a frag here over in jungle, Virtus.pro should have this round on lockdown. But Oskar very close, does actually catch Snax there. Perfect reaction times there, and pasha doesn't realise he's right behind him. He's actually going to finally turn around and pop out of window. Boom! There we go, as he finds that frag onto Oskar. As STYKO is left alone 1 versus 3 here, and he's going to have to go for the save there. Maybe try and grab an AWP on the exit, but realistically he's not going to go for it because Virtus.pro, he thinks, is still in window. He thinks they still have that control, but maybe going for it actually in the end. Yeah, securing that AWP and backing off into CT spawn, I can imagine, very shortly, but bomb just going off, and he will survive this, of course, from this range. Virtus.pro securing another round on the board, so keeping themselves in the game. Don't want HellRaisers to get too confident with their round limit. Virtus.pro actually securing double digits now.
Yes,
up to 10.
I've had it today as well, man. The learning of words can be very hard at times.
Yeah, true. And HellRaisers, of course, still have this dominant economy. If you look at their money, they've still got thousands of dollars left, so they won't have to eco after this one, even if they lose this one. Of course, again, going for the 4x5 kit, sorry, as well, so not having an issue with that, whereas Virtus.pro, of course, in the same boat, really, at this point. Lots of nades to work with, as well as their full head armor, Molotovs and AKs. No AWP just yet, although they could afford it at the beginning of the round. They're just going to go for the AK, so meanwhile, Angel takes out Snax. byali does get that refrag there onto Schneider there, so Now down to a 4-on-4, and kUcheR pushing aggressively up short. Might be able to catch play off guard if they do push the connector. pasha is going to give away his position, but kUcheR is going to take a couple of bullets right there in the legs, down to 74 HP here, and the nade will follow up, but not going to do anything as Virtus.pro push solely into connector here, and this is where the majority of the HellRaisers players will remain. NEO takes out kUcheR meanwhile. And STYKO and Angel are still over towards the A side. I don't think they spotted this out. Virtus.pro have so much map control, they can go to anywhere at this point, and it seems that they're going to be committing to A. Obviously, having the bomb and ramp gives a little bit of assistance to that, as they are going to push up. Oskar still here on short, but the rest of the players, meanwhile, taking A, and STYKO's going to go down as he does pick up one from Consolation Frag, and now only Oskar is alone in this 1 versus 3, and Virtus.pro are going to secure the round, I can imagine, as Oskar goes for the save.
That's the equalizer, 11-11. So, VP bring it back a little bit, and yeah, what's going to happen right now is very interesting. The next round will be key for both teams. If one of them wins them, they have the economical advantage. Even though HellRaisers won't have to save, they have still got the economy to do this. And VP is going to chase with a sandwich towards this AWP. Are we trying to pick this up or just take it away from Oskar? Who gets another shot in on byali. And he still kills pasha. Of course, he can't get the defuse. He's way too far away. But that was very interesting. That
was the best save I've seen in a while coming out from Oskar. Very good round from HellRaisers despite losing it. And now Virtus.pro are going to be up to drawing the score to 11-11 here. So they will be going for the buy, of course. HellRaisers having a bit more money to go for one final buy before they have to eco if they lose this. So they need to secure this round to keep themselves in the game. But at the moment, it's looking fairly equal for both teams.
Yeah. It is very equal, actually. And now it's 11-11. We see 5 AKs, of course. The M4s, it looks like HellRaisers is going for a bit of mid control, Schneider pushing up close, Angel with them looking towards underpass, and now we have players all over the B-bomb side. It looks like it's going to be a plow on the B-bomb side.
Yeah, kUcheR still alone on the B here. They are going to be pushing in. TaZ finding that headshot. Another rotate is coming out, but Snax is just going to be shutting them down one by one, and NEO following up too. The last 2 players are in kitchen, and Oskar does find one frag, but meanwhile his teammate falls at his side, and now he's just left alone in this 1 versus 3. Jumping into the site with this AWP, but a very questionable decision is going to secure Virtus.pro 12-11 now. So Virtus.pro, obviously with this insane comeback, they pulled 7-1 as you said, then got completely dominated back to 11-9. And now they're bringing it back 3 in a row, up to 12-11 here, and they're not letting HellRaisers have any breathing room. HellRaisers going for the force buy here, actually. No, sorry, full buy. They're getting a very solid buy out of this. I didn't imagine they'd do too much, especially with the lack of frags in the previous round, only getting 2. They do have an AWP on Oskar, of course, so this is very key for HellRaisers. They need to play around him, but Angel is stuck on this mag 7. However, we did see Snax utilise it quite well. Oh, sorry, pasha utilise it quite well in the first half, but I wouldn't count on it being very good against the plow.
We see 3 players towards middle going for that connector control. And we still have 1 player in there, right outside actually there. It's Schneider, and he might be able to pick up some kills in this connector area. He flashes himself in, he's gonna go through the smoke, he gets pasha, can he get a second? He knows where NEO is most likely now, he's gonna shoot and he doesn't take him down, NEO gets the kill, Snax gets a second one. Now it's NEO against 2, and Snax gets another one!
NEO just dropping on the head of Angel there, with Snax being the saviour to finish him off, and now it's a 2 versus 2 with the HP low on 2 players, 1 on either team here, so no one's out for the count at this point. Bomb's heading towards the B side, but Oskar's holding that cross, so a lovely shot from him is going to secure him that frag, and now only NEO's left on this site, but nope, kUcheR's not letting him get out of there. Virtus.pro losing that round, and HellRaisers very nice force buy there, going to secure them the round, 12-12. It's so close this game. The first game was close, but this game is horrible. It's nail biting. I feel sorry for anyone that's bet any skins on this because, whoa, I'm scared, and I didn't even bet.
I would be scared if I had skins on this.
Yeah.
Still the first map very close, 16-14 on HellRaisers map, and now it's already 12-12 for, well, no one because it's a draw on VP's map. So yeah. And we see a bit of a disappointing buy for VP, I guess. They have 1 Tech 9 on TaZ. They've got 4 AKs again. Oskar with the AWP. He's been doing great amount of work.
Yeah. Without Oskar, there's no way Virtus.pro wouldn't have finished out this game. Or look, he's got over double his second best player's frags. That's just insane. As STYKO picks up 1 over 48, so they are going to just be shutting down this push. 2 players remain on Virtus.pro, and that's going to be NEO getting taken out from the flank. So lovely positional play by Angel is going to secure HellRaisers 13-12.
Yeah, Oskar with almost 30 frags in 26 rounds, doing great amount of work with it all, like I said. And he's also been getting some frag with that 5-7, also very fun to see actually.
Ooh,
and yeah, we see a full safe. And how does Snax get hit so early?
He just got hit by his teammate's knife. pasha accidentally knifed him there. Oh, lovely shot by byali. He's going to take down Schneider. There's still 4 players though for them to find, and no HP on byali as well. So HellRaisers going to be able to secure this round pretty easily. The only issue is pasha here with this M4, going to be boosted up into window here. There still is a low player. It's going to be Angel just jumping straight in, no fear, as the Polish man says as he picks up Angel. No, it's down to a 3-on-3, but with the advantage definitely to HellRaisers at this point. HellRaisers is just playing this perfectly by the book, so not over peaking. If you look at their positions, you know, STYKO here holding passive A and kUcheR holding passive B, as well as oskar supporting him. There's no way HellRaisers are going to be able to give up this round with this kind of positional play, and we are going to see Virtus.pro go for a split. One player towards B, one player towards A, and they're still deciding where they want to commit to, just grabbing the bomb there on TaZ. So really options to go towards either site. It's a 50-50 guess on which site has the most players, and I think HellRaisers are probably going to be putting oskar as some kind of rotate lurker, just holding off window here, and yeah, it's going to be the best decision really for them as kUcheR holds short and apps here, and they are finally going to be going for the peak. pasha, lovely angle here with this M4. kUcheR should be able to punish him though, and he will do so. TaZ actually going down instead. Now pasha's alone in this 1 versus 3, peeking out, and he will go down to kUcheR as well. So kUcheR actually securing a triple kill there, and HellRaisers taking that round 14-12 now, and now Virtus.pro are going to be able to buy.
Yeah, and we see the same situation we saw in Overpass, where HellRaisers were down 12-14. Now it's the other way around, and now it's their chance to actually secure the match point for this map, and then they'll have to go with a bit of a force buy on VP. They won't have a good economy. They won't have AKs right there, so it's a very key round for VP, especially right now. Because HellRaisers will be able to buy another round after this, most likely. It depends on what's going to happen. It looks like they would have to force buy as well, most likely.
Lovely shot from pasha though onto Angel on short. He will manage to take him down early, and that's giving Virtus.pro the early man advantage now. kUcheR still here on short, so should be able to get that punish frag, but the smoke is going to be going down in favour of Virtus.pro. And pasha, look at this lurk play, just pushing straight through it. All this information gathered, and now oskar alone towards the B site is going to be able to peek out. He will miss that first shot, not being able to follow up on the second one as kUcheR also takes out pasha here on short. kUcheR actually coming from the flank. He's going to secure yet a second frag, and NEO does get that refrag, and Snax takes out schneider, but there's still oskar alone on the site. He is going to go down as well, and now STYKO is alone in this 1 versus 2. Virtus.pro can't lose this. They can't overpeak. There's no way they can give away this round. It's such a key and such an important round, and STYKO is just waiting for the aggression. It is going to happen. Snax peeking out aggressively, 50 HP down now, and STYKO doesn't know the position of the second player. That's the only issue. He should have been able to work it out. He saw the cross from NEO there and had the bomb go down shortly, so he should be able to work this out, but the last 2 positions of Virtus.pro are completely unknown by STYKO. He hasn't got the kit, so he's got to go in fast. He's got to commit to this push, and he will find one player, but nope, NEO's going to shut him down, and that'll be the round of 13-14 to Virtus.pro.
Yeah, they pick up the AWP, and now they can equalize the score. They can get this draw in, and at least be able to maybe take it to overtime or get a match point, go in for them. And yeah, with this going in, we see a pretty much a weird buy from the CTs. Schneider with the deagle, STYKO with the scout. We see.
I'm not sure if I agree with this.
Yeah, I would have most likely gone with a normal 5-7 buy. I think that would have been better.
Yeah.
To just like, I could justify a buy like that. And you see, Schneider picks up the AWP. oskar gives it to him as he picks up the deagle because he's very low on health already. 19 health. I think he got double naded, or at least once.
Yeah, no, I really question that buy, because HellRaisers, you know, they can secure a round pretty easily if they go for the full buy next round, but regardless, oskar showing off his deagle skills, does find one of TaZ, so they are going to push out to the A side. Snax getting that refrag, byali following up with one of his own, and now 3 players are in. They're going to be coming in hot from the flank here. Still Schneider and CT Spawn, Molotov holding him out, but the nade should be doing some damage there. Not going to land anything as he's still trying to pick up from CT Spawn, and kUcheR coming in from jungle here. Should be able to get shut down by pasha, but no, caught with his pants down, nade in his hands, and byali finding that frag instead as Schneider goes for that save, and HellRaisers down another round. As we were saying, really not a great buy. If they went for that full nade buy next round, letting Virtus.pro get up to 14-14 and then committed to the full nades, the kits and everything, they shouldn't have had too much of an issue, but preemptively force buying really could lead to their downfall and could allow Virtus.pro to secure this map, and I think that's very, very possible due to HellRaisers preemptively buying.
You rather don't give them the advantage of getting the match. You rather give them the advantage that they are 1 round away from the match point than giving them that 1 round. By doing this right now, you're going to be able to give them match point, there's a high chance of them getting this. Okay, cast is cursed, so maybe they'll not take it. Actually, you know what's going to happen.
This is not predicted. This is unpredictable. Well, actually, no. Looking at the economy of HellRaisers, I think we can predict this. I think VP are going to manage to secure this round. Oskar is the only challenge really at this point, and he's getting aggressive in Palace, which is a complete wrong way to go. And obviously, Virtus.pro want to close out this map in classic fashion. A fast matchmaking B rush. Don't stop. And they're going to go straight in.
No stop. Let's go.
Angel looks like he could be a challenge here. He has got the PT50 up in a close range. You can get that one-shot headshot, and Virtus.pro are slowly pushing in. NEO giving away his position with the AWP. They are going to spot out the bomb though, and that's a key position for HellRaisers. kUcheR with a very nice jump is going to get all that information, and there's still Angel here close, so they haven't cleared that position out, and they haven't thrown a Molotov out. Snax, meanwhile, Lurk player does take out Schneider there and underpass, and now it's a man advantage for Virtus.pro, and they still have the AWP on HellRaisers, which is key to note, but Virtus.pro actually not committing to this B-side take just yet. They want to get another frag, which is the clever thing to do really. If they go too aggressive, too early, and they don't pick up a second frag, they could easily get eco'd. So they're going to finally push in here. Angel very close. NEO doesn't want him to do anything. Not even a single bullet lands on him as he pulls out that deagle and finds that headshot onto Angel and leaving just Oskar alone. Oskar just needs to save at this point. There's nothing he can do. He should hopefully try and go for the next round where he can pick up the AWP and try and stop Virtus.pro. But 14-14 turning into 15-14. Virtus.pro are going to be looking good as HellRaisers don't have a very big economy at the moment. They will be able to afford, of course, but they should be up to around 4,500 each after this round, which isn't really enough to go for a full buy, of course, you know, with the full nades and the armor and everything like that. So Oskar just going for the save again, but we saw what he was doing in the previous round. Snax going for the knife kill, but NEO's going to get that one dig instead. But yeah, we saw Oskar the previous round go for that save, and he did pick up 3 frags, and that was very key. But regardless, Virtus.pro 15-14. They pick up 7-1, they go down to 9-11, and then they come back to 15-14. Virtus.pro, they're just so inconsistent, aren't they? It's not even
the same story as Overpass though, right?
Yeah, it's the same. It's not even inconsistent by the week though.
It's like unbelievable.
It's not even inconsistent by the week or the day or the month. It's inconsistent by the round. Like one round they're dominating, one round they can't find a single frag for their names. And
oh, it's the same as KNES, for example. When he goes into that God mode, when he triggers that, he can sustain that for like half a map. You just can't sustain a very high level of CS, like that high of a level, for a long time, I guess, and that's what's happening right now. But this should be an interesting round. And there we go, 2 kills for HellRaisers, so overtime is looking very possible right now, especially when the
not only possible, it's looking probable, to be honest. NEO is left alive already, and the Suns can be
and there we go, overtime.
Wow, that was impressive. HellRaisers securing that final round. 15-15 is the score, and we will be going into overtime very shortly.
Is this an MR3 overtime or an MR5 overtime?
I'm not actually sure. I'm pretty confident it's MR3, but I'm not going to say that's 100% just yet.
Okay.
So yeah, we will just be waiting for overtime to resume, ladies and gentlemen, and then we will be going into it. So obviously Virtus.pro secure this map, win the best of 3. HellRaisers secure this map, take it on to Cash, not Mirage.
Yeah.
So it could go either way, really, at this point. It's, you know, complete reset going into this round.
And if I were VP, I would really want to finish off this map.
Yeah, going into
VP is known as one of the less good cash teams, or it's one of their less good maps.
Yeah. And HellRaisers, on the contrary, are very strong on cash. So I think
cash is very reliant on aim, to be honest. So
VP are going to struggle, I think, if it goes to cash. Yeah. But look at the scoreboard actually quickly while we're in here. Oskar is up to 34 frags, and his counterpart Schneider is only on 20. So you can kind of look at the level of play that's coming out from Oskar here above his team. He is literally dragging them to overtime at this point. 34 and 19. He's got the same amount of deaths as everyone here, but he's somehow dropping 34 frags. So very impressive to Oskar. And of course, this second map is going very, very close. 15-15 is the score, ladies and gentlemen. But no confirmation of how long overtime will be. We can imagine it's probably going to be going in the next minute or so. Just waiting for the players to ready up. I can assume they're just going to be picking strategies. Virtus.pro obviously going to be starting on the C side, going to want to decide what they want to do for the first round. And yeah, it seems like Virtus.pro are the ones taking a while, so obviously just sitting in TeamSpeak discussing their strat and sorting out for the first round. And yeah, again, I'm not too sure whether it's MR3 or MR5. We will finally be readying up, and it's going to be
MR5,
because
they start with 16k.
Yeah, well, actually, to be fair, I was casting a league yesterday where it was MR3, but they started with 16k, so I don't know what happened with that.
Okay, that's a bit odd. Yeah, because then you'll have 3 bites anyways.
Yeah, and there were no ecos, so I was like, Regardless,
because like that's the thing about MR3 and MR5 both. Like if you lose two rounds in MR3, you'll be able to get like ecoed. If you lose 3 rounds in MR5, you'll be able to get ecoed.
Yeah, it depends on your buys. If you go for a more rifle-based buy, it shouldn't be too much of an issue. But if you keep picking up those AWPs every round, then yeah, you definitely have to be going for the eco.
And you can see it on STYKO and Angel already, and Schneider even. They all bought armor, but they didn't buy head armor.
Yeah, they know they're going to be up against rifles.
They're saving the minimal amount of money right here.
Yeah, and we are going to see Virtus.pro heading over towards the A site. Smokes in check as well. We have got Pasha over towards mid. No AWP on Virtus.pro just yet, so they're going for a full rifle buy. Just going to be sticking with this raw aggression onto the A site. The plow is going to be active, and the smokes are coming over A, so I can imagine rotate will follow up very shortly. And we are going to see both STYKO and Schneider over onto the A site. STYKO, nice position, should be able to pick up a frag onto Palace here as the rest of them push out on ramp. And Schneider going down instantly. STYKO is still left alive on Palace here. He should be able to catch players as they push towards him. They're just going to push completely past him. He's going to whiff the spray, and Snax will pick him up instead. Sorry, TaZ will pick him up instead, as only kUcheR and oskar remain. And oskar getting yet another double kill. What is he doing? This man is disgusting as he picks up 2. And kUcheR also follows up with a frag of his own. And now pasha throwing a lovely nable to a bit more damage onto kUcheR, but they can't cross here. They've got to be careful. oskar, see, look at him. He lands another shot onto byali, pushing him only down to 80 HP. So it's not too much of an issue, but kUcheR's throwing down the Molotov. Needs to force him out of position here, and oskar can still catch his frag if he moves to the wrong side of the box. And I just think they need to be super careful at this point. pasha has a really good position to shut down kUcheR, and he will do, as oskar is left alone. 1 versus 2 situation. This is for the first round of overtime. He grabs himself an AK-47. He's still got that Molotov to work with, and low HP on pasha means this definitely isn't out of the question. He's got a kit as well, but nope, they're going to peek him at the same time, and that's going to be the round to Virtus.pro, securing the first one of overtime. Very solid start.
And I don't know if you noticed that, but pasha could have picked up the ult right there, and they didn't choose to do so. So I think that is their strategy. Don't pick up the ult. Let's just go 5 rifles. It's good enough for every one of them. Like there's 2 players in their team, maybe 3, not 3. Snax, NEO, and pasha, who can all AWP very well, but they choose to go with 5 AKs. So that's a very interesting setup. Now we see a double AWP on HR. On the contrary, so I wonder what this setup is actually. Angel's in towards the apartment area, and oskar is in kUcheR watching top mid. And we see 2 players coming out of on a pass. pasha gets a first, but he gets taken down by Schneider. Now it's NEO on low health, still an underpass, and he's gonna take a look towards the kUcheR area. He doesn't take down Schneider, and he does get the kill. STYKO gets another kill. byali gets one on him. Now it's byali alone against 3. 2 of them are ops, and it's kUcheR with the M4. And he comes in from the CT and he takes him down.
Yeah, byali going down there, and Virtus.pro going to lose that second round. But I was just about to mention at the beginning of that round, we're seeing HellRaisers go for the double AWP buy. Angel and oskar both picking up 1. I was just about to mention, you know, the things that is going to do to their economy in an MR5 is massive. You know, if they lost that round and they had to rebuy even a single AWP or a double AWP, they're going to have absolutely nothing to work with for the 4th and 5th. So yeah, very, very important.
And the thing is that you know that VP is not going to pick mid with those AKs. You're not going to have that initial contact with the ops, which like is very common, of course, happening into like a mapper's mirage. That one of the players goes towards middle, challenges out the op who is holding the angle, maybe tries to get the kill, or gets taken down, and that like first contact is nowhere to be seen for HellRaisers. So they'll just be guessing throughout the round. Okay, are they going to go A? Are they going to go B? We'll have to wait for the smokes, the flashes, the Molotovs, whatever's going to happen. And you saw that the play was very messy, but they took it in the end. The 1v3 by byali got lost because kUcheR killed him from CT. And now we're looking at this setup, and we're seeing that T's are spread around the map a little bit, except for mid again. They know that might be getting held down with an AWP, but it's actually the AWP on A palace and the AWP on A B apartments. So it's just very, very hard for VP to open up the side if you're getting held down by an AWP. Now oskar's actually going to move away, and he's going to look towards ramp most likely, but he thinks that if they're going to go A, they might go palace.
But look at this position though from oskar. Even though no one's pushing into palace, Virtus.pro commit to the site take. oskar will have such a good position to shut them down, and as soon as he gets 1 kill, he can just back off into palace. He's going to miss that first shot there. They spotted out his position, missing a second as well. This is not like oskar with 35 frags already. He is going to go down there finally, not even landing a single shot off, and Snax will take down kUcheR from the flank as well. So 2 players remain, and Schneider's going to be very low HP over in CT spawn. pasha turns out to take him out. Now Angel's left alone. He finds 1, but there's still 3 more to find, and they will finish him off. Virtus.pro securing 17 to 16 here, and of course guys, This is the first to 21, if I'm correct. Yeah, 21 rounds, and Virtus.pro are definitely on their way to do that. 17 to 16.
Yeah, and I think ideally VP would want to have 18 or 19 rounds. Of course, they want to have the most they can get, which is 19, but I think 18 they should be satisfied with that, because the CT side, even in overtime, is still the favourite side, of course, on this map. So
yeah, Oskar, lovely position though, does shut down Pasha. That's the AWP down out of the hands of Virtus.pro very early. Does turn around and get that refrag as well onto Neo. Very likely double kill from him there, and Angel's just going to push through the smoke, just go straight in, and he will find that frag onto byali as well. So Virtus.pro losing their round. It's just going back and forth this overtime. They've had 1-1-1-1. And 17-17 obviously being the score. We are
I
going to
think
see
Oskar just didn't actually expect that second player to come down middle towards connector, but as soon as he got hit once, he just turned around, got the kill. It's just insanely skilled that you can do that so fast. Actually.
Yeah, Oskar being picked up recently from HellRaisers is definitely proven to be worthy, doing very, very strong plays nevertheless, and we are going to see Schneider get that first frag onto Neo, so that's going to leave the round opening for HellRaisers 17-17, and they are looking to turn this into 17-18 here, as we are going to see Snax try to spot out Oskar here and connect, not going to do so, but Oskar perfect position, sadly going to get punched a little bit, going to be re-peeking, and he will go down there to Snax, but meanwhile Angel takes out Pasha, so it looks like it's going in the way of HellRaisers here. Schneider also picks up one of his own, and now 2 remain for Virtus.pro. byali make that one. He's going to be alone up here in ladder room
with the bomb, so he does have one thing, and that is the bomb. He gets hit by Schneider, then he gets taken down by Schneider. And now we're going to the second half of overtime. We see HellRaisers picking up the last 2 rounds, going into an advantage of 18-17 on the T side. This might actually be interesting if they take a few rounds. Of course, they'll be buying with full rifles, so the difference in economy is not really there. We'll take a look at what's going to happen if Snax is going to go with the AWP, and he does go with the AWP.
Also to clarify everyone, HellRaisers only needs to pick up 3 and Virtus.pro need to pick up 4 to end this game. So this could go either way at this point, and we are going to see Oskar get taken out. Get a frag there onto mid, Neo going down, and that's the early round advantage for HellRaisers as they finally just stay passive at the moment. They're not getting too aggressive here. Virtus.pro nevertheless are obviously down a man, so they want to be careful if they don't want to get double fragged early on, and exactly as I say that, yeah, Angel gets a frag onto Pasha. So byali does get that refrag, which is key, but it's still a 4 versus 3 in the favour of HellRaisers, and a 4 versus 3 is so much worse for Virtus.pro than a 5 versus 4 in terms of map control and having less men to hold down the site. So they're going to have to go for a 1-1-1 split, and we are seeing 2 towards B at the moment as TaZ pushes aggressively out underpass, but no, finally rotating as Snax, lovely nade onto STYKO. He's going to turn it back into a 3-on-3, and he needs to capitalise on this. He needs to get a second frag onto this round, otherwise HellRaisers should be able to take it pretty confidently. 45 seconds left on the clock. They have all the time in the world to push towards this site, and Snax is going to get smoked off in CT spawn here, just rushing straight through it, no fear at all. Polish divas. As Oskar takes out one in mid, Snax is going to go down 2 to Oskar. Oskar, can you stop? He's just carrying them. 41 and 23.
41 kills. It's unbelievable, right? Like, just unbelievable, actually. I've seen 19-17, only 2 more rounds for HellRaisers to win this map. Get it into a third, which is cash, which is gonna be, like I said, a bit of a disadvantage for VP, as they rarely actually play the map. Like, they got the infamous 16-0 against them by, well, back then, Penguin, I believe, with Scream still on the lineup. But, Pasha gets the first frag right here with the AWP on B apartments, and Schneider is right there with a bomb, and he shouldn't peek out right now because he will actually use the bomb to give VP a huge advantage. And
no, Pasha, what was that? He just ran in with his pistol out. He could have easily won that AWP duel, but no, he just runs in with his pistol and gets taken down and gets a refrag to HellRaisers. Such questionable play there, but regardless, we are going to see Snax also get taken down in mid, so Schneider securing it, another frag for the team, and this is going very, very badly for Virtus.pro as byali goes down there on short, and now only TaZ and Neo are left alive, and make that Neo picking up a frag onto STYKO. Now it's a 2 versus 3 here, and the bomb is going towards the B site here. It should get planted very shortly. I think Virtus.pro just need to go for this. They've really not got enough rounds to save here, and kUcheR's going to get spot out mid by Neo, but his teammate is too far away to support him. He's got to go for this commit tool to the peak, and he does get a nice dink there, but not going to manage to capitalise on that as kUcheR finds that frag. And, TaZ also picking up one, but he should have to save here. There's no reason to go for it. He hasn't got enough time, surely, and there's still one player on short, so he's got to be expecting this just run straight through the smoke, and schneider just misses him, will actually get taken down in the end. So HellRaisers securing 20, and it's looking like we're going to be going to a third map, ladies and gentlemen. One more round left on the board for HellRaisers, and
did you just get a time skip and go to
yeah,
V as well?
I'll explain.
That was very odd.
Yeah, I'll explain what that means later. I won't spoil it for the viewers, but we are going to see double AWP on the CT side once again, and as well as HellRaisers actually picking up 2 AWPs as well, and TaZ taking out Angel's going to mean they have a nice advantage for Virtus.pro. Going into this round, byali is also going to pick up 1, so now it's a 3 versus 4 and a 3 versus 5, and the AWP is down on Oskar, so HellRaisers aren't looking too good. They don't have their carry on them right now, and NEO is still here peeking aggressively. I think this is when Virtus.pro just need to hold off and play more passive. If they get peaked and they get taken out early here, it could be a detriment to them, and HellRaisers could still secure the round. Although this is 3 versus 5, you should never count a team like HellRaisers out to kind of come out of these situations and still win. But surprisingly, Virtus.pro have actually completely left B and instead have stacked quite heavily towards mid, and having all this information yet still not being stacked heavy towards the A side is questionable from Virtus.pro. They have so much information that B is probably clear, and pushed up mid means they're not going for a mid-B split, so they should have more players on A preferably, but they're not going to do so. As nice shot from Snax is going to take down schneider, and the only 2 players remain as kUcheR takes out TaZ there over in apartment. We are going to see STYKO low HP here, only 2 left on the board there. He's going to been waiting for the pick. kUcheR instead going to pick up a kill with that AWP. Following up with a P2000, he's going to pick up a frag as well, and Snax will finally take out kUcheR, and now STYKO is left alone. 1 versus 2 with 2 HP. He's going to pick up that first frag on pashaBiceps, and now this is doable. 15 HP. Oh my god, he's going to get that frag. And now that's HellRaisers going on to the third map there. 21 to 17. What was that, STYKO? That was insane. Lovely 2 HP, 1 versus 2 clutch, ladies and gentlemen. I cannot believe that. I don't know if you can either.
I cannot believe that. 2 health. That's just insane.
Yeah.
If I were VP and I would watch his demo, like I said before, when HellRaisers was doing something which I shouldn't have done, I